Oh, hi. Come on in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our new series, Come On In. And in this video, we're going to be focusing in the living room. We're going to be cleaning, decluttering, and a little light decorating because this is the first room that you see when you walk through that front door. Now, this series is going to be a huge part of my recovering in hoarding disorder because even though I have reset some of these rooms and they've been cleaned up, when somebody stops over, I'm still terrified to let them in. And I thought that once I started cleaning it that I would feel fine, no big deal, right? But what I realized was that this was a very deep-rooted fear issue within my heart. I have been hoarding since I was a little girl. At a very young age, I saw my mom, who was always clean and tidying, and that's what you were supposed to do because it was unacceptable to be messy. But my mom really didn't know that I had hoarding disorder back then. She just knew that you kept that house neat and clean, and plus she was like a clean freak. She loved her house clean. That was her jam. I did not get that gene, but I'm working towards that. And a part of working towards that is that I have to feel comfortable letting people into my front door so that it's a positive experience for me. Since that was a deep-rooted fear, since childhood, it never went away. It just intensified as I got older because as a teenager, I didn't want other kids seeing how messy my room was. In college, people realized how messy it was, but I was so sweet, they kind of looked past it. But I remember a few times when I had to move, some people being a little shocked at my stuff, and then I kind of got teased about it later on. Then the show Hoarders came on, and when I saw the reactions, whether it was online or people talking, the reactions to the Hoarder show was that they were completely disgusted by these people, and that I saw comments of they were lazy and dirty and disgusting, and how could you be that messy? And it broke my heart because I knew why they were. And I felt that we were so misunderstood, but I was so ashamed of it. And I had such a low self-esteem that I continuously hid it to protect my heart. Because I was already dealing with those emotions, I couldn't let somebody else in to see that and add their own judgment on top of my already guilty and ashamed feelings. I could not mentally, emotionally process that. My heart could not handle that. Hoarding disorder is a mental disorder, and it's normally alongside anxiety and depression and PTSD and ADHD and a lot of other low vibrational energy and emotions. So you can imagine why we hide it and why we actually hoard more just to self-soothe those emotions. It was a continuous cycle that I felt was almost impossible to break. But now we're recovering and we're getting better at this. So now the next step I have to do is to work on these fear issues that I have deep down inside of me that I've had for a very, very long time. Now, I read that a lot of you had said, gosh, I'm really surprised of how uncomfortable you are to have people in your home still because you seem so comforting and open to your videos and you show us everything. Well, the truth is that, I was on YouTube since 2018, and those first 2 years, I hid my face and I wore sunglasses or wore a mask. I was too embarrassed to show myself. I wanted to humanize the disorder. I knew that's what I was called to do, but I could not bring myself to show my face because I was too embarrassed and I just wasn't ready. And it took me a few years before I got there. Fast forward to now, I do feel a lot better. Why? Because those first 2 years, you guys showed me love and empathy and compassion. And because I did it over and over again, I knew that I was safe. If I was vulnerable with my emotions and I showed the messes, you guys showed me love and support back. So I realized that I was still safe if I showed the messes and decluttered it. And I felt brave enough and comfortable enough to finally show my face so that everyone could really get to know who I was, because I really was this happy, bubbly person. Now, as far as somebody coming into my home, I have to do the same thing. I have to do it multiple times with positive reconditioning to it, because it's a little different showing your home to somebody in the real life versus on a video. On a video, if somebody has like a negative judgmental comment, I can just delete it. It's very easy. It didn't happen, no. But when you have somebody in real life come into your home and they seem uncomfortable or cast a judgment, I can't just bring myself to be like, okay, bye-bye, you gotta get out of the house. I can't deal with this. It's just a little different when you have somebody physically in your home, you see whatever reaction they have, and then you're going to react to however they feel. So if they feel uncomfortable, I'm going to feel so uncomfortable. But if they feel happy and peaceful, which the people I'll be inviting, I already know that they are going to be, because they're already so loving and supportive. It's just a matter of me reconditioning that, look, they truly are happy, they're not uncomfortable, they're proud of how far you've gotten, and that I am still safe if I have people over my house. Just like I'm still safe if I declutter. It's the same type of reconditioning for my nervous system. So in addition to building my confidence, that's why we're going to be cleaning, especially for ADHD, because I kind of have a hard time maintaining it, and I'm figuring out what works best for me. And also some decorating, because for me, I love it so much and it makes me really happy, and it's almost another expression of love when I create something, especially DIY projects and stuff like that. I don't have to decorate to have people over. It just builds my confidence for myself, so that when people walk into the door, I feel more happy and not as fearful when they walk in the door, especially if they say, oh wow, I really like how you did that. And of course, the main reason why that we're having people over is because of that special time together, that time spent together where we're just sitting and talking and having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and just that's why I really want to get past that fear, because I want people to feel welcome in my home. I want to be hospitable, because I feel like deep down inside, I do have that heart of hospitality and welcoming people and serving people and just giving them that love when they're with me, because it's very easy for me to do that when I'm in another space outside of here. So that's why this series is just so incredibly important to me. And I know as we continue on with this series, we will be so successful at desensitizing this fear, because we're so open and honest with our emotions, and we encourage each other. Just like this. This little back corner has all of my binders, my journals. It's where I read. I have so much stuff here, but it needs to be reorganized, and I wanted to utilize underneath of the couch better, like I did with this tray basket, and kind of just keep all of my paperwork stuff in here. The only problem that I have is that I don't have any other baskets that size that fits underneath of the couch. So I thought, you know what? I will go ahead and go to Target and just get a price of them. Well, let me tell you how shocked I was when I picked up this, I'm sorry to say it, very flimsy basket, and it was $30, and I would need 2 of them. I am shocked at these prices. So I very quickly put it back. So I would love to hear in the comments below if you have any ideas or advice on what we can do for storage underneath of the couch. And with that said, me and Miss Pepper are so very happy to show you that the living room is looking better and better each week, so that I can feel more confident to have people in my home. I'd also really love for my children to feel comfortable about having their friends sleep over too, because that's a memory for them. Now, do we still have some work to do? Sure we do, but it's not hoarded. There's stuff here and there, and yeah, I totally want to reset all of these areas, but it's not hoarded where someone would feel super uncomfortable being in here. And I also wanted to share that this spot right here on the couch is where I edit and journal and meditate, because it's right next to the big bay window, and I just find a lot of inspiration right in this area. And I'm just really looking forward to this series with all of you as we release this fear and grow together. And my hope and my prayer is that this video motivated and encouraged you to declutter and clean something in your home today too.